kind of go over. We had a lot of deaths this game, but it was because we're trying to put people in new spots and figure out uh, just how we're going to play this map. And I think what I want to do is let's just speed up here to the end.
Hostile forces have neutralized your K9 unit.
All right, let's go to free cam. Okay, so what we're going to do is try to control the center of the map, and we're going to narrow the center down. You can see there are these stairways, but if you look, this stairway goes to the left side. So there's only one way in here, and that's right here. Do is basically keep them out of these stairways from the lower side. This is raw up here right now. So we're on this side. We're on the dark side, and we're shooting towards the light side. So what I'd like to do is basically have two center players. Right now I'm a center player. I'm over here, and my job is to cover left doorway. What we're gonna do is I'm having a hard time talking tonight. What we're gonna do is basically turn the center, which is a complicated area, to simply a window and a doorway. We're gonna keep them out of these ladder positions as much as possible. If they do get there, it's something we can nomad up. I think nomad for the center is a good thing. It's useful in all aspects. So if you can nomad the center as a backup, uh, or the stairways, there should be no issues even if left has to pull back defensively. Um, so yeah, two bodies in the center. Again, we're making it a window and a doorway, and you don't even necessarily need to shoot them as they're in the window. You just don't need to expose yourself to that window and shoot them as they come out. Um, but it's probably going to be easy just to find an angle on that window from whether it be down here or wherever, and just shoot that window player. Um, and I want to push one of our right players up as aggressively as possible. You can see Armpits moving up here. Basically, we're going to just cut them off. This is a single alleyway here. Cut them off however you want. You can play this angle here. You can play a 90. You can switch it up and come over here. There's a lot of ways to play it. And honestly, just with the way spawns are and stuff, you probably even play it. I mean, you could play it like this. You'd still have to worry about up top. But if you played it like this, or not even like this angle necessarily, but if this is the right side up here, shooting that, it just means we need to control in here. And that might be able to be controlled from the center player. And how we could do that is one center player can get in here and shoot this doorway. So if you shoot this doorway, basically there's the center doorway, and now there's the right. So we shoot them as they come out right, and we shoot them in the center doorway. And that could be done a few different ways. We can get up in here, crossfire it. Like this player, if he was here and shooting this way, and then coming out here and helping right, so he's a good fill right, and he can also cover center. That's ultra aggressive, but if we go ultra aggressive, we have one in the server room shooting this doorway. He can come out here, whatever he needs to do, but he's playing it in tangent with this player right here, who's a quick fill for right if right goes down. And then we have a back player who's going to sit spawn. I don't know exactly how we want to do it, but if we sit this guy, I know if I've sat here before, they'll actually spawn back on this side over here. And you get those free kills back here when they do decide to spawn back there. So, yeah. So one player in our dark spawn, two players on the left. Basically trying to control it before they can get into the center. Center players can then play however they want. You could play the server room door and the window. Play it from right here. Um, you know, switch it up. But two players in the center working together to cover the window and the server room. And then if they feel it necessary and if they feel they're able to, working with the right player can now watch right side. And then middle players can then, one player at a time, I recommend. Probably one guy go in the server room, cut off this doorway. And the reason for that is it cuts off both this left and right side. So it'll cut them off from getting into the window. And no one's going to be able to come up this way so long as our far right player is up. So let's try that out. I think that's going to be a super effective push, a very aggressive push, obviously, but it really limits the openings to, if we're super aggressive, it limits it to one opening in the center and one opening on the right, which is right over here. Basically, the idea is the biggest thing would be to keep them from coming up here if we were to do that. And obviously coming this way. So let's just quickly get back to the game here. You can see I'm spending my time right here. I'm just focused on that left doorway as Raw is, I believe, up in the window. Maybe he's not. Not sure where he's at the moment. But his job is basically this window at this time. So leaves Armpit over here on the right. Doing a good job over here. And that leaves one player again, which is Miami right now, just sitting in the spawn. So I'm not sure where he's at. Might even be way back here. Nope. Not sure. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Okay. You can see how I'm a really quick fill if need be. This is something that could probably be torqued off even. If we could put a torque right here. Cut it off. So just some thoughts, some things I'm looking at. We'll continue to work on these game plans and try to perfect them. But if we do go with these aggressive pushes, basically there's one on the right, and this guy's kind of a float. He's looking center, but he's also a quick fill on the right. Two on the left, just because it's the lower side. Feels like we'll just keep two on the left for now. Control that left side. Two in the middle, two on the right. But again, one of the right players is technically a back spawn player. And because we're going to push that aggressive right side literally halfway up the map, as far up as we can, to control these angles. And eventually, if the center goes ultra aggressive, it keeps them from coming out this doorway. This is really all you're looking at. So you can cover that 1,000 ways. I mean, you could literally come up here and wait for them to come around the corner. You can sit over here. I mean, you can't sit right there because they get up top. But the idea is this becomes right, and this becomes middle. And because the spawns are so huge, this should still spawn back here. And as long as we've got a player in our back spawn, we're going to be good. Now, this player's going to have to keep his head on a swivel because they will spawn behind us. And that should make it fun. Should be free kills for this guy back here. So this guy that has nothing to do, once we get things up and established, he's going to have free kills just spawn killing people. It's kind of like the backyard player on Nuketown. So anyway, I love the direction we're taking this map. We took it from shooting this doorway, shooting right there and left side, to basically owning everything but this. It's like the exact opposite of what we're doing. And it just gives us more time for things to go wrong. If someone dies, everyone's not dead. It gives us a lot more time to adjust. and it makes a lot more versatility with all the positions, switches it up, keeps the enemy guessing, and it gives us a ton of options. So I didn't go over left side that much, simply because I don't play that side very much, and I'm not 100% sure what they do. I could obviously watch this film, but it's been 10 minutes already, and we'll go over that another time. So I kind of want to go over the middle and the right side and how those two are going to work together to control a huge portion of this map. And obviously, left side needs to be aggressive enough to where they're not getting underneath us or jumping up over that wall, which, when I say wall, this one right here, where they can kind of come up here and then jump over top. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, good playing tonight again, guys. Ton of fun with those 100 kills. I think Miami went 57-3 on one game, just crushing people on slums. So, just an awesome group of games. So I'm gonna go over Nuketown as well. I got some ideas as to what I want to do on that, but that's another video. So thanks for watching. In this film, get some sleep, and I'll do some more tomorrow.